What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory, where today guys we have got the Gauntlet, the final Gauntlet stint with all of the rewards to come afterwards. Then I'm also going to play in that Primetime Tournament. But before we get into the content today, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, feel free to drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, before we get into some comments from yesterday's video, the new patch is here and the gameplay with the new patch is here. I got asked a lot yesterday, what do I think? How do I feel? Like, how good is it? How bad is it? What's the differences? If EA didn't release a patch notes or tell us that they had patched the game, there are only two things that I would have felt different to the point where I would have said, oh, they've done something here. The first thing is shots and passes, especially in the box, seem so much more delayed. It's really, really weird. I struggled a lot with really easy goal scoring opportunities. I struggled a lot with really easy passing opportunities. And it was one of those things where I was like, damn, like this feels bad. And it's really interesting actually, because passing in general felt really nice, but you can never tell if something's been made better when it just works, right? So you can, like, when it comes to passing, sometimes I find passing to be in this game to be horrendous. You know, I'll aim at somebody, it'll pass it completely different. When I aim at somebody and it passes to that somebody, I kind of sit there and think, well, hold on, is that me just passing where I aim to pass, or is that part of the patch? I don't know. So I know that they made some differences with passing. The game felt really, like, the passing just felt really good, but yeah, like I don't know if it felt better, it just worked. And so I don't know if it was just working that day. The thing, however, that I think is the single most notable thing that is a massive dub is just the attacking AI movement. It was beautiful, even against the 4-5-1s, even against the ratty formations and tactics and people with these super teams and whatever it may be. The movement from the players going forwards was so good, especially in transition, right? Especially in transition, where like a Jesus would be running through, or a Charboom or Benzema, whoever it would be running through. And it always felt like a through ball was never really a ball that I would play unless I play a locked, or unless I hit a first time incisive pass, because I knew that they were a bit overpowered and broken. But even then it was super situational, that I couldn't guarantee that every time, and it didn't always work every time. But whenever I was on transition and there would be a chance of a through ball, I would always feel like the attacker would run so close to the defender, and then you'd play the ball and maybe sometimes the ball would go like on the outside of the defender when the runner's on the inside, or vice versa. And it just never felt apparent. It never felt appropriate to play the through ball, even though I saw other people doing it efficiently and effectively. Since this patch, when AI players are running forwards, they have created a small bit of separation between the defender and the attacker, and it allows for the easy through ball. It allows for a, yes, this pass is on. Not always just a through ball, but sometimes, you know, like using the run to draw the defender through or defender out to allow continuing the run. But even like, look at Matthews here. She is absolutely gunning to get up into that box there. I'm lucky to get the ball back, and then she ends up being the person who gets the assist. Now, I should have passed it to her a little bit sooner and had the assist a little bit sooner. But the run that she made into that space, just seeing that space and thinking, we're on a transition here, here's the space, let me get into it. It's game-changing for me personally, and the way that I play this game. And although I've only played so far Rivals and... No, not Rivals. Although I've only played so far Gauntlet and Tournaments, the true test, I guess, will come in Rivals and Champs. I can say, at the very least, it feels much better. Now, the first comment we've got is from Short Stacked. He says, my suggestion yesterday was to use your favourite players from So Rare, which is a fantasy football game that I love to play. Players you have the most points with or something like that could be a good way to connect two different games and real life. Yeah, I really like the idea. I was just briefly talking to Josh about like the idea of a Road to Glory, or like not a Road to Glory per se, but like a video series where we use a team in a league run, do like either a Champions League thing and get like, you know, imagine like, here's the thing. So you play 15 games in Foot Champs, right? So imagine like a 6-team league, and you play each team 3 times, right? That would then attribute to 15 games. And every time I put my results in, like I could get like, you know, AI to kind of develop, I could put in like 5 different other team names and randomize matchmaking, and every time I play a game it can randomize the other matches and just see where I would like theoretically finish in a table, like just something fun, something creative, almost bringing like real world football or real life or career mode to Ultimate Team, because I think that could be fun. I'm still in the early stages of development so far, and maybe we'll never see the live day with it, but something that I was thinking about. And just in general, yeah, like So Rare is good. I like the idea of like fantasy football through FIFA. I actually love the idea of fantasy football through FIFA. I love the idea of like having myself, maybe like 5 other content creators or 7 other content creators in an 8-man tournament. And, you know, maybe no, it'd have to be a league system, but even just a one-off match day. And like, you just kind of like have, you know, you pick like one player from my team, let's say five players, 5 content creators. You pick one player from each team to build your dream team, your fantasy team. And then we go and play, you know, a tournament or a gauntlet setup, or, you know, 5 games of Rivals, and the points that player earns based on their in-game performance, we'll just put people through on the leaderboard, and then whoever comes top of the leaderboard wins like a small prize or something, you know, like nothing like too intense or serious, just something that's a bit of fun. I think it could be fun. The consideration with using my So Rare players as Evo players, I do quite like the idea. I just think that obviously a lot of them are really, really good, and a lot of them are silver, and I just, Evoing silver players, I don't know, I'm either like all or nothing on bronze or Arsenal at the moment. But yeah, something definitely to think about and to consider. Chris says, hey Nep, thanks for giving appreciation to the Australian League. Being Australian, it would be awesome to Evo an Australian team. I picked this one particular comment for no reason other than the fact that it was one of quite a lot of people, like Australians, saying like this would be amazing. I didn't realize, first of all, how many Australian viewers I have. So good day, Skip, you know what I'm saying? But also, I just didn't realize how, like genuinely didn't realize how like underappreciated the Australian League is in FIFA until I started looking at like last night I was looking at like what Australian players are there, who's got like some really fun stat distributions. Does anyone have any play styles for the low rate bronzes? Does anyone have any like crazy height, which some of them do? And I was looking at like, has anybody had any promo cards ever, really? And it's like the A-League is just whoppingly underappreciated in FIFA and FC. And so yeah, I do think we're going to commit to it. And I actually remember last year in the Arsenal RTG, or was it the Meta RTG, we had a player that was a striker and a centre-back, and I didn't end up finishing his Evo, but he would have been cracked, and he was from the A-League as well, and I picked him up because he was like, had striker and centre-back and was really tall, and had some other really cool properties. So yeah, I think the A-League is probably where I'm going to going to settle on. And then just before we finish this, after this gameplay here, guys, we're going to have these rewards, and then after these rewards, I'm going to show you the team that I built for the cup, my sort of like 84 rated team, and yeah, going from there, showing the cup games and talking a little bit about that. But before we get into the live part for the rewards, Eric GN says, I found it incredible how you say it was a meta RTG and it's clearly an Arsenal RTG. It's so boring. So 2 things. First of all, I didn't say it was a meta RTG. I said it's an ultimate RTG where I just do everything, anything, whatever I want. Just the only rule is don't spend FIFA points, right? And it's also clearly not an Arsenal RTG, is it? Is there an Arsenal theme around it? Yes. If you're a Spurs fan, you would have more Spurs players in your team and around your team. If you was a Man United player, you would have more Man United players. If you're a Real Madrid fan, you'd have more Real Madrid players in and around your team. To call this an Arsenal RTG is just disingenuous, and to suggest that I said it was going to be a meta RTG is just not true. However, let's go and get these rewards. And that then gives us these rewards. We got a 50k pack from the Live Events Mastery and a pitch trophy. Do love those. We get a 78 by 5 here. I think I'm going to go and dump all my commons into upgrades as well. And Ultimate Gauntlet 4. Really actually excited to test this Simeone. I think he looks very good. 10,000 coins goes down a treat as well. Then we get a 50k pack. Not a walkout. Never mind. Never is. Oh, Inform. That's delightful, that is. Another 10,000 coins saved right there. We get a 78 by 5. No walkout. Never is. Dali. And then we get an 85 to 89. Oh, promo card. After I was just complaining about how we never get promo cards, we get a promo card. It's an Italian from Fiorentina. Door. Could you open the door for me, please? What's he like, 12k? Hey, 14k, nice. 6'3", 4-star weak foot. Decent stats, to be fair. Ticky and incisive. Yeah, do you know what? Don't mind that. That's a fun card, that is. And then an 83 by 10. No walkout. Never is. Yeah, that's tough. This, guys, is why you can't, like, the EA need to change the SBC requirements. An 83 by 10 gives me 5 84s and 5 83s. Like, what SBC am I completing off the back of this? All right. Let's see. We gutted the club out. Oh, we got... Oh, Lone Rivaldo or Sanchez. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? This is going to be... Let's take Rivaldo, because now we're going for 10 games. Oh, yeah. We got a tradable 80 by 2 from the season pass. Not a walkout. Obviously. It's going to be Engen. And Agued. We get a 78 plus Brazil player pack. Not a walkout. Obviously. It's Brazilian. Gabriel Jesus. Très bien. We get a 12 2 rare gold player packs. Not a walkout, obviously. French striker, could be Mbappe. Antoine Griezmann. That's actually all right. Listen, we've just got an 85 from a 2-player gold rare upgrade pack. And then from an 83 by 10, we just got 84s and 83s. I did, like, before they got refreshed, I was checking on Pale Tools. And I had done, like, 58 of them. And I genuinely have got from them, like, a couple of walkouts. And I just think for 79 pluses, that's pretty poor. Lucas Perry. Last week they were good for me. This week, horrible. Oh, that could be an 85 again. Yes, please. So we've got 2 85s from the regular gold upgrades so far. Let's see how many... Walkout! Ruben Dish, baby. Let's go. Oh, he's only an 86. Never mind. Still good, though. Gonna put him towards Busquets. We've got 2 85s and an 86 from the regular gold upgrade so far. And we shall see what we shall get from the 79 doubles. We've got 21 of them. That Benacer sure is. Right, final 2 rare gold player pack. Okay, not bad. Not bad. 2 85s and a walkout. All right, could have been worse. What do we get, though, from the 20 79 doubles? I'm going to guess 0 walkouts, 0 promo cards, 0 informs, 0 85s, and 0 84s. That's what I'm going to guess. Doku's not a bad one to get for Evo potential, is he? Who's that? Hoiberg. Oh, Hulmund. This is what I mean. Like, I don't understand why they don't do an open beta. Like, a lot of these issues would have been explored right there and right then. 284s. That's already beating expectations at this point. See what I mean with like how hard it is to get fodder, though, guys? Like, look how many packs we're opening here of these 79 upgrades. And we've got 3 84s. And that's it. I can't even do half of a squad of an SBC, let alone a full SBC. We need player picks back. I think player picks are a bit boring. I preferred packs last year. Like, the problem that we have with player picks is you submit like 11 players for one. And it's like, whew, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. There's our 4th 84 from 22 we started with, 22 of the 79 doubles. And then from the regular upgrade packs, we got 2 85s and an 86. That's going to be Eze. No, it's not. It's French. Oh, it could be Eze. No, it's not. It's not French. These 79 doubles are just terrible. I expected nothing. I honestly expected to get this because it's Aguerd again there. It's just poor. Like, they're just, I don't know what it is about them, man. They're just really poor. They're really awful. And there you go. No walkouts from any of them. That might be a Ronaldo. It might be an 85 to finish off. No, it's Gonzalo Ramos. And so, guys, with that, this is the team that we've built for the tournament. I was looking at like my best options. I wanted to use that Bataillard again. I really enjoyed her in a Gauntlet. And Quadrado as well. I've tried to fit in as many of the Scream cards that fit and work for chemistry. So we've got Ljungberg, Lewis Skelly, Bataillard, and Quadrado. I've gone for Charboom and Ashley Cole in here because they were the only 2 icons I had low enough rated to give me decent chemistry at least. And you can see Bataillard's up to 2 chem points because I put a French manager in, but Quadrado is just on the 1. And I switched back into the 4-4-2 because with the new changes in the patch, I'm just really enjoying the 4-4-2 at the moment. I didn't know how sweaty this tournament was going to be, so I didn't really want to use like low chem, and I didn't really want to use players that I hadn't like had some game time with. The people on my Twitter, like when I asked about your teams for the tournament and stuff, people said that this is sweaty. So I was expecting this to be really, really intense. However, I have a couple of comments here. One of them from Alan. He says, I stopped playing Rivals and Champs and now just play Gauntlet and Tournaments. So much more fun. Yes, you still get the try-hard sweating out, but that's only in a few games. EAFC 26 is still a shocking game when it comes to the actual gameplay, but at least in the Gauntlet and Tournaments, the pressure to win is less, so it ends up being a much better gaming experience. And along those lines, we also had a comment from William SX. He says, I have a question from your opinions on the Gauntlet. I know you say you enjoy it, but is there a chance that you find it that because you know you'll get the rewards regardless, so you don't put the pressure on yourself and is generally a bit easier to play as it's not always sweaty, so you are successful? So, yeah, I think all of that, I think there's definitely a combination of I'm enjoying this because you only have to score and play. I'm enjoying this because I'm getting Evos done. I'm enjoying this because I'm using different players. I'm enjoying this because I'm playing against different teams and different players. I'm enjoying it because, yeah, you do just kind of get the rewards and you get so many attempts as well. So it's like, if I lose in the first round, second round, who cares? I could just go and play again. I could just go and try again. And there is, you guys have been watching me for a long time. You know full well, right? Like, I don't deal with pressure in this game very well, which is crazy because in real life, I deal with pressure very well. But for some reason in FIFA, the anxiety gets the best of me and takes over and makes me make silly decisions in this game. And so, yeah, maybe it's like a lack of pressure, but I think my experience over this last couple of days with this Gauntlet and tournament have been brilliant fun. Like, some games have been tough and have been sweaty. We're still playing against people with meta formations, meta players, meta teams, meta play styles. But first of all, it doesn't matter if you lose, and second of all, second of all, the one of the things that I kind of really enjoyed the most is the teams that you come up against. There's none that are just so far superior to yours, right? And that's what I like about the tournaments and the gauntlets. People just have very similar strength teams, and it gives for a lot of enjoyment. Look at that for a goal, by the way. Brilliant passing. And again, I don't know if it's because it's the tournament or the gauntlet, or the patch, but I was enjoying this game, man. I was enjoying playing this morning. I was enjoying playing to get this guy stop playing here. He picked it back up again afterwards, but I was enjoying playing the game today, and that hasn't happened in a long time. Like, some genuine, like, okay, this was fun gameplay. So it was refreshing, and like I said earlier on in the video, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how my experience on Rivals is today, because I haven't got any points in Rivals yet. It's going to be interesting to see how my experience on Rivals is. Is it just a case of I am playing lower skilled players, therefore I'm having more fun? Or is it a case of this patch has just changed my enjoyment of the game and I'm enjoying it now? We will find out in due course. Beepster says, hi Nep, have I missed a Crappers vid? Cheers and all the best. Not yet. The first episode will be up in the next couple of days. There is enough content for probably like 5, 6, 7 episodes. Crappers is coming along very, very, very nicely. And last but not least, we've got Gian Fedele. And I get this question a lot, but I don't really address it or answer it because I never really know what the answer is, because you can't tell, you don't know things that you don't do. You only know things that you do. I said do. But he says, I'm genuinely curious. If you didn't do YouTube and just worked an everyday job without an audience, where would you be at with this game? Would you not even play, or would you play but just in a much more casual manner? No champs, less rivals, etc. Love the videos, man. Crazy to say I've been watching for almost a decade now. So thank you for the long support. If you would have asked me this a week ago, I genuinely would have said I just wouldn't play this game at all, right? Last week, I was playing bad. I felt like the game was incredibly bad. There was nothing enjoyable to play. Everything was intensely sweaty. There's no fodder to grind. I think that would be the situation a week ago. Where we're at now is that I'm enjoying my Evos. You know, I'm enjoying this Trossard. I'm enjoying this Gabriel Jesus. I'm enjoying building a few of the other Evos that I've got going on. The other thing that I think is fair to say is that I'm enjoying the Gauntlet and the tournaments immensely. You know, another tournament win there, as you can see here. I'm enjoying this Gauntlet tournament immensely. I'm not sure I enjoy champs or rivals. So I think if I didn't have an audience and I just worked an everyday job, this account would literally be Gauntlets and tournaments if and when they come about, completing objectives and evos, and I might dabble in rivals or champs every now and then. That's pretty much it. Either way, guys, a very nice tournament win for us there. Let's go and get the rewards from this tournament and see if we can pack anything of value. All right, guys, there we have it. The tournament was also won on the first attempt. That is 11 wins out of 12 in the Gauntlet, 4 wins out of 4 in the tournament. I'm not quite sure if that gives us all of the rewards or not, but of course, because I've now won it, I'm locked out of it for the rest of the day. So we'll come back and finish off any objectives for tomorrow if I haven't got all of them already. Oh, and we have, what was it? Score 6, score 1 in 4 separate, 3 separate, and then win everything. And that gives us some nice rewards to end with, guys. And I can't lie, the gameplay feels good for me right now. I know a lot of people have said it's a bit slower. Maybe that's good for me because I'm a bit older. You know, maybe like having that extra split second to make a decision is good. But I also think it's funny that EA have kind of like I don't know if they've completely patched the formations or whatever, but with the attacking AI runs and the fact that everybody's got, you know, similar teams, I just personally feel like, what's our best pack here? An 84x3. I just personally feel like the game is there to be played now. Like, you know, coming up against players who don't have, I mean, one guy had Mbappe in one of those games, but typically speaking, coming up against players that don't have stupid, overpowered, dumb players in every single position, it's just good. It was just nice. Like, we actually came up, even though we came up against a few 4-5-1s and 4-4-1-1s and stuff, the teams were just nice to see. You know, there was different players out there, which was nice to see. Is that Claudia Pina? I think it is. I think it is. There we go. That's our reward. Our reward for winning the tournament is the best player in FC26. If I could pack Jokeres, that would be really nice. We're going to get ourselves Gravenberch probably there, or Reinders. Yeah, it's Reinders 86. And I'm running out of time, guys, to do Busquets. Oh, this is delightful. 3 walkouts in a row. It's going to be Reinders again, isn't it? Oh, no, it's Bruno Guimaraes this time. Ooh, double walkout. Hegerberg and Bruno. That is massive towards Busquets. But yeah, I am running out of time for Busquets, guys. To be honest, that is another walkout in a row. Let's go. It's a centre-back. It's Portuguese. It's going to be Ruben Dias. He's only 86 rated, of course. Unless it's a double Man City walkout, it's only going to be a Ruben Dias. And there you go. And he's a duplicate as well. So I think for today, I'm going to go and dump what I've got in the club into Sergio Busquets. We've only got 5 hours. I'm going to do the daily grind, a daily upgrade. I'll try and get as many other upgrade packs in as I can to get them completed. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to spend some coins to finish off 1 to 1.5 squads, which is going to cost me about 50, 60, 70k, which is not fun. But yeah, I just can't get the fodder. I just can't get the fodder outside of buying it. And so for today, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.